I moved up to Rockland when I was about 7. I went to North Rockland, graduated North Rockland. And when I met my husband, he was from Congers, and we lived 2 years in New City before we spent the next 30 plus years here in Clarkstown. He's in Congers. He's a native of Congers. He was born and raised here. So my husband worked for the town. He worked for them for over 30 years. Unfortunately, he passed away about 5 years ago from ALS, and that was a tough time for everyone. He was a lifelong member, 34, as you can see back here, 34 years in the volunteer fire department. It was very special and important to him. And giving back to the community was just part of who he was. Originally from the periphery, because he would go to events, and some were social, some were other things, and you get to meet the other firemen and their wives. And when we first moved back to Congers, I joined the Ladies Auxiliary. I was in about 4 years, but I'm a director of nursing, and it's a very demanding job, and I really couldn't keep the time commitment up. So 3 years ago, I rejoined, and I'm closer to retirement now. I'm probably going to retire in the next year or so. So I'm looking for ways where I can give back. And I really respect firemen. My grandfather was a city battalion commander a long, long time ago. So firemen have always been near and dear to my heart. I respect the work that they do, especially these volunteer firemen. They're not getting paid for it. They get out of the bed in the middle of the night just out of a sense of community. And that's kind of where I'm at right now in my life. And this is, I think, a good opportunity for me to help. Well, I'm a registered nurse. I've been one for 43 years this year. And I have a master's degree in nursing, and I've been in nursing administration for the last 25 years. Most of that has been as a director of nursing. I've run some really large facilities, 1,000-bed, and currently my position is a 300-bed facility in West Orange, New Jersey. So I've commuted most of my life, and I've worked in very, very large places. I've worked public hospitals. I worked for the city of New York for a while. I've worked for-profit, and I have been in not-for-profit for about the last 17 years of my career, which brings me as to why I think I can bring something to this commissioner's role. I'm excellent with budgeting. I always come in on target. I know how to buy equipment and spec things out, even if I have no idea what they're for. Because that might be a question people would say, what do you know about running a fire department or being involved in a fire department? Well, I know how to do my research. I know how to weigh risk-benefit. I know how to do analysis of insurance and those kinds of things. And how will it benefit the firemen? Well, currently there's a position open. I would not run against an incumbent, but there's a position open right now. So it's just like the stars kind of aligned. I mean, it's something that I wanted to do. The fact that I can give back to the fire department, it's an open position, and where I am in my life, I just think the stars are aligned to bring me to a place where I can do something good for other people and be fiscally responsible for the taxpayers.
Yeah. And how can you use the skills that you have in the private sector if elected commissioner?
Okay. Well, in terms of budget and finance, I mean, I think I have a long track record of developing budgets, staying on target with it, modifying where necessary, and like I said, coming in on budget. That's something I take a lot of pride in. I work in an arena where there's unions, non-unions, so I have pretty good skills with negotiating with people, try to bring people together, settle disputes, and I think that's another talent I can bring if the need arises, I should say.
What would it mean to be the first female commissioner?
Well, I take a lot of pride in that. I think I bring a new perspective. I'm kind of, because I'm not a line fireman or firewoman, I think I can look at things just a little bit differently on how we can improve things for them, get them better equipment if necessary, along those lines. I just think it's a different perspective. For the community. They do fun things like at Christmas time, they do Santa for kids, they wrap gifts, we do giveaways, they do fundraising. Until recently, they do the carnival in town, which I think everybody enjoys. I think they're involved in the fireworks with that. And of course, then there's the serious side of it. It's they get up at all hours of the night to respond. There's a lot of time commitment involved, even if it's not in an actual fire situation. There's training at the fire center, there's calls, there's all kinds of drills that go on, and it takes a lot of commitment, and I have the greatest respect for them for that. because it's a non-paid position. It's a volunteer position, and you got to respect people who give that much time and of themselves back to the community.
Makes Congers a special place.
You know, it's a kind of a small town. You can walk down, park the car anywhere in Congers and walk around, and you're going to run into people you know. People are just friendly. It's open. It's small. It's just a very kind of old town feel to it. Even when new people come in, they feel welcome. People welcome you.
Morning.